Over his last 4 games, Russell Westbrook has averaged 22.7 points, 9 rebounds, and 7.7 assists on 51% shooting. Coming into the season, nobody expected Russ to have this level of an impact. Yet his fit with Denver has been better than anybody could have ever anticipated. The chemistry between Russell Westbrook and Nikola Jokic looks like they've been playing together for years. Playing alongside someone as cerebral as Jokic, who has an elite ability to see the floor, is something Russ clearly values. When he makes cuts, he knows Jokic will likely find him, whether it's in pick and rolls, inverted pick and rolls, or perfectly timed backdoor cuts. Their two-man game has quietly become elite. On this play, Russ drives only to meet a wall of 2 Brooklyn players, so he hands the ball back to Jokic and keeps moving, where Nikola hits him on the backdoor cut, and even though he gets blocked, he recovers it for the finish. This is a great action, as both Russ and Jokic are off ball, which allows Jokic to make the catch, drawing the defense's attention, leaving an open lane for Russ for an easy finish. Now they do it again, as MPJ hits Jokic, which gets the Spurs defense to overcommit, leaving an open lane for Russ once more. Here's a similar play, and it happens all the time, as Russ hits Jokic, and because of the attention he demands in the paint, Westbrook cuts right back door for 2 more. Westbrook off ball has been great with Nikola Jokic, as now Russ fakes he's coming for the handoff, only to explode back door for an uncontested layup. Although Russ isn't a great shooter, with this much space, nearly anyone can make this shot. Here, it's as easy as you like, as all Russ has to do is give the ball to Jokic and keep moving. This give and go is something that teams are having a very tough time defending, and if you play it like Atlanta do here, Russ gets an open finish, but if you try and contain the roll, you're going to give up something else. That being Jokic having room to score, or an open 3-point look off the Jokic pass for anyone else on the floor. Here, off a simple inbounds play, Russ gets it to Jokic and once again keeps moving, getting an open lane for another easy 2. People love to hate on Russ, however, he is a high IQ player, here making the perfectly timed cut right as Sexton makes the double to Jokic. They've been beating teams with this action all season long, and this is something we don't typically see from 2 players who have only played less than half a season together. Earlier in the season, both Jokic and Westbrook recorded triple-doubles in the same game, and just a few days ago, they did it again against the Nets. Jokic delivered a massive triple-double performance of 35 points, 12 rebounds, 15 assists, and 4 steals, while Westbrook added a complimentary triple-double of 25 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, a steal, and a block on 47% shooting. They're arguably the best 2 triple-double players in the NBA's history, and to have both of them on the same team, both recording triple-doubles in the same game, is absolutely absurd. But it's not just Russell Westbrook's chemistry of Nikola Jokic that's been a game changer for Denver, as it's also his impact on the entire team. While Westbrook fits perfectly alongside Jokic, he's also proven that he can step up when Jokic is not available. In a recent game where Jokic was out, Westbrook delivered an impressive performance, recording 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists in a 126-103 win against the Clippers. Westbrook has been thriving as a starter for the Nuggets, and the numbers speak for themselves. With Russ in the starting lineup, the team has an impressive 13-4 record, and over those games, he's averaged 15.3 points, 6.9 rebounds, 8.2 assists, and 1.9 steals, while shooting an efficient 53% from the floor, making him one of the more efficient guards in the league, something we didn't expect to be saying about Russell Westbrook, especially at this stage of his career. However, his impact doesn't stop there. Russ has also excelled at running the second unit, creating opportunities and making life easier for his teammates off the bench, while he's also been able to handle the ball a lot in the starting lineup as well. Russell Westbrook's addition has significantly elevated Denver's offense, especially in one key area: the fast break. Last season, the Nuggets ranked 17th in fast break points, averaging just 14.3 a game out in transition. But this season, with Westbrook's speed and playmaking, they've rocketed to first in the league, leading the NBA with 20.2 fast break points per game. His ability to push the pace has absolutely transformed Denver's offense, as they're getting 6 easier points per game out on the break compared to last season. Here off the turnover, Russ uses his speed to quickly advance the ball, finding Jamal Murray Murray on the bounce pass for 2. His speed mixed with IQ makes him so good on the break, here finding Pickett, who gets the bucket plus the foul. With Russ being a great rebounder for his position, he can get the fast break started quicker than most, here pulling down the board to then make a perfect bounce pass for Strother, who then finishes the play. Here it is again, making a hustle play to come up with the loose ball, to then make a hit-ahead pass for Christian Braun, who throws it down. Here's another, as Westbrook is quick to recognize that Jokic has sealed off his defender in the paint, so he makes a full court dime to Nikola so he can finish the play. Even simple hit-ahead passes like these are so valuable, as it allows Denver to begin their offense earlier, and here MPJ takes full advantage. But Westbrook is also smart in a half-court setting, as here Jokic pops open and Russ finds him for the downtown hit. This is a great read, as Brooklyn think Russ is going to pass to Jokic, only to make a dime to Christian Braun upstairs for an acrobatic finish. Now that the ball's in Westbrook's hands more often, it allows Jamal Murray to play off ball, here coming off a curl to get the bucket plus the foul. This is another high IQ read, as the Clipper defense thinks Russ is going to drive the basketball, only for him to make the alley-oop for MPJ, who makes good on the pass. It's not just these flashy passes that makes Westbrook so valuable to the Nuggets offense, but it's also the simple but effective plays, like swing passes and drop-offs that keep the offense moving. Russ is such a smart distributor, and when paired with Jokic, arguably the best passing big man in the history of the NBA, their synergy makes perfect sense in hindsight. Athletic players have always thrived alongside Jokic, and Russell Westbrook is no exception. His athleticism enhances the ways Jokic can deliver him the ball, including lightning-fast backdoor cuts and lobs, which we have seen Russ have plenty of success in these moments, despite being 36 years of age. Even at this age, he's still a legitimate alley-oop threat, showing he's still got plenty of bounce left in his game. Moreover, Westbrook remains as one of the toughest players in the NBA to stop in a downhill one-on-one situation. His blend of speed and athleticism make it so difficult to contain him by yourself, as he's still a nightmare for any single defender to handle. But the big question many are still asking, and one I've considered as well, is how Westbrook's contributions will translate to postseason success. Last year with the Clippers, the team performed significantly better when Russ was available in the regular season, but his impact diminished in the playoffs. Opposing teams dared him to shoot, and because the Clippers weren't putting the ball in his hands as often as Denver are, his inability to consistently hit those shots made him a non-factor offensively in that first round series against Dallas. So is history going to repeat itself in Denver? There's certainly a risk that his three-point shooting will become a liability, and that's more of a certainty than a risk. However, there are reasons to believe that this time might be different. Westbrook thrives with the ball in his hands, and the way he's been working off ball with Jokic to get highly effective looks so far this season, these are things I think could carry over to the postseason. One of Russ's most valuable skills is his ability to push the pace with hit-ahead passes, earning easier buckets in transition not only for himself but for teammates as well. This ability is going to challenge opposing defenses and potentially keep him on the floor for big minutes, despite shooting not being a strength. Then on the defensive side of the ball, Westbrook's energy and athleticism also make him a playoff asset. While he isn't an elite defender by any means, his relentless hustle leads to key defensive plays and inspires his teammates to elevate their effort as well. His athleticism helps him to stay in the play even when he's been beaten off the bounce, often resulting in chase down blocks. Additionally, he's a menace at the passing lanes, averaging 1.9 steals per game over this recent stretch as a starter. And when the game slows down in the playoffs and is allowed to be more physical, the already high number of steals could increase even further. His ability to generate steals, spark the fast break, and bring high energy defense will be critical for Denver in this postseason run. The key will be continuing to utilize him as effectively as they've done so far. If they can maintain his role both as a ball handler and an off-ball threat, he's got a strong chance of maintaining his regular season productivity when the postseason arrives. I believe that Russell Westbrook is going to have a better postseason than last, which isn't saying much considering how horrendous he was last season, but I think his ability to impact both sides of the ball and the way he's being utilized in Denver compared to his time with the Clippers is going to lead to a Russell Westbrook bounce back in this year's playoffs. But these are just my takes. Do you guys think Russell Westbrook can keep up his level of productivity once the playoffs begin? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section below.